Hey everyone, today we're taking a look at Blood Refresh Supply from Atari. Now, this game is a re-release, kind of enhanced edition, courtesy of Night Dive Studios. They recently did the Shadow Man remaster as well, plus a few others that we've seen on the channel. Now, Blood Refresh Supply is a first-person shooter. The basic concept on the story is that you are a cultist worshipping presumably the devil, and like any good cult, they always ask, are you willing to die for them, for your deity? And this time, they wanted to take that a little too seriously by specifically marking you for death. And then the entire group essentially turns on you and tries to kill you. Now, they do basically kill you and put you into a grave, and then you wake up in said grave. And now that you're awake, it is basically your turn to flip the tables, so to speak, and get your revenge against essentially your former friends and allies, and show them that they picked the wrong guy to sacrifice. I had never heard of the game prior to the press release coming out about the re-release coming, and so never saw the original. Never, heard from anything from the fan base. Never really had seen anything from it, and so went into this one truly blind, and I found myself honestly quite impressed. The game itself is, from an era where there wasn't a lot you could do mechanically in video games, and so a lot of these titles are kind of rinsing and repeating a lot of the same mechanics overall, but taking a very fresh story approach on it. And the bloody footprints and the hearts you essentially eat to regain your health. I think they did a great job overall with this game, especially considering when it came out originally. And during that time, that wasn't too long after the the demonic panic of related to D&D and just generally from that era. And so it's not very often you see someone take kind of from that time frame really hit the nail on the head with again leaning into that more. And so most publishers and groups definitely would not have been as willing to take such a risk, and so definitely have to give them kudos for that. But again, the mechanics, the gameplay, the story, very intriguing, and found myself wanting to see, really what else the game had in store for me and keep going and pushing myself. A lot of the fight mechanics are, very common, and, they're not any huge surprise there, but that's not necessarily a bad thing either. It basically means that you can focus more on what's new instead of having to relearn everything about the game and the genre and going from there. And so I feel like they honestly nailed this one, and I can't really talk about how faithful of a recreation this is, having no experience with the original, but I do feel that they definitely nailed this one, and I'm looking forward to getting back into it and trying it again. That's it for this one. Thank you guys, as always, for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
duck. Open for business.